So you know when you're scrolling Instagram or whatever it might be, even Facebook, Twitter, whatever the case is, some social media, and you come across airsoft guns that you're like, that thing, my man, looks great. Well, finally got one. So over the time of playing airsoft for the last few years, I have had several different types of rails. I've had CNC aluminum ones. I've had the Speed Cannon, which is actually one of my most recent ones. I have had the matte carbon one. Super awesome rail. It is also carbon fiber. And out of all of these, there was always that one that I kept coming across on Instagram, just like, bruh, I need that. Well, you know what that one is? It is the carbon rail by AirTac. And I finally got my hands on one. And this is it. The carbon 128 rail right here, little handguard. And this thing is super pretty, super slick, and man does it make my gun lightweight. I got a bunch of compliments over the weekend how light my gun is now. And I still have a metal body, still 5.56 gray metal body, but I have it teamed up with a 13 CI tank, and which is a plus benefit for this because of how light it is. I wanted my build a little bit lighter but not too light. But this rail, my man, is carbon fiber and some print. This is the Gen 1 on this. This is the 128, so it has printed threads on it as well. A printed body, and it goes right on. And I am teaming this up with a UBT 106, and if you have noticed just a moment ago with this tracer specifically and a few more, it matches so flush with the rail itself. UBT 106. This has a cutout for it right here. When it comes to the Hopup, from my understanding, they recommend with a max Hopup, but this is actually a retro in here. It still teams up just fine. But the thing is with this one is it did require a little bit of modification on my gun, not because of the rail system, because the rail system is flawless in my opinion, but because of what I have it on. In this gearbox, I actually have an F2. This one is specifically designed for the Fusion. Now I understand 3 out of 10 people probably have a Fusion. The rest of us have Jackson F2s. Well, so it did require a little bit of modification with this one to fit this gun. I ended up having to take the top of my gearbox slick off. Yes, you heard that. I had to cut the gearbox top off. Now, if you can think of a gearbox itself, at the top, there are 4 screws. That whole rail system up there has to go for this specific design of this one. Unless I had a Fusion, I'd have been good on this one, but I teamed this one up with the F2. Super slick design. Let me skip forward just a second just to get the rail off. Okay, so this is the rail system. This thing is uber light. The most weight on this thing right now is my tracer. I can't even balance it on that one. But if I literally take this off, and I don't have a scales on me or anything like that to be able to tell you how much it actually weighs, but I'm telling you, this thing is stupid light. So the build to it, super simple. It has this printed area right here that's going to be to the base to your lower. This is going to fit into the back. Got your grooves cut, perfect fit for a Gen 2. So you got this out. It's built real tough. It's got the flex to it, but at the same time tough. Really enjoy that. I like these shorter builds to it. They do have a longer option, but I like them, kind of a little bit shorter, kind of in a sense. So it's just a perfect fit for me. But these things are just amazing. And like I said, I have had this. This is, if you recall, one of my videos. Actually, that video. It's the same one from that video. This is the carbon fiber Speed Cannon. Super simple. It does not require an outer barrel whatsoever, nor does this one. There is no outer barrel system, just straight inner barrel. The Speed Cannon one came like this. This is the 7-inch. So I teamed that up with what seems so long is actually roughly here. So you can see the difference there about where it's going to land. The difference between these two and why that looks even shorter like that is just the tracer unit. So once the tracer unit is applied to it, you'll start to see what I mean here. Boom. And not much of a difference. And either way, I still had the tracer unit inside of the speed cannon. That's what this requires. But these things by AirTac Customs is amazing. Like these are amazing, I should say. So like I said, this is the Gen 1. They are soon, well, not too soon, but not too late. I'll let them have that discretion on when they want to tell you. They do have some Gen 2s coming, but what they will have with them, I don't know. Maybe it's a mystery. Maybe we'll come to find out. But right now, this thing for the Gen 1 is absolutely flawless, and I'm super excited to see what they do next with these things. The color patterns or anything like that, you know, not just black. Maybe we can get some blue, some red, some things like that, you know, just spice up a little personality to your gun. Nonetheless, these things are amazing. If you're able to get your hands on one, I highly suggest you do so. And if you choose to go over to AirTac Customs, make sure that you use STEVEQB for 5% off your entire order. And bro, they're worth it, my man. Like look at me. They're worth it, every bit of it. It is a very slick design. It feels very, very well to the hand. Get this one back on here real quick, like, and slick feel to it. Very slick design, and these things just feel great. Easy access to the Hopup, real easy, right on my thumb, and I'm actually dominant left-handed, so it works perfect for me. But it's easy to get to even right-handed. To curl your thumb there, it's so super light. So even in any of the gameplay, action stuff, you know, here's a clip. Something, you know, over the weekend, it just feels good to play with. Really enjoy it. Super shout out to AirTac Customs. Like I said, go over to check them out. Use STEVEQB for 5% off your order, whatever it might be, and then keep a lookout for the next upcoming ones for the Gen 2s. As I said, I'll let them spill that out. But yeah, get over there and holler at you boys. I appreciate y'all's time. Catch you on the next one.